Well, hello, shell buddies, and welcome back to the Echoue Bijoux channel. Today I have an update for you on the Pass-A-Grille Dredge Project. A little clarification is actually going to be needed here too, because there's going to be more than one. We're skipping the normal introduction because this is a beach report, but we are going to see a little bit of shelling here too. This is from the Pinellas County website and shows you the projects that are going on. You notice there was 3 projects listed on that last frame. Here's the map of where they're going to be happening. The overview. We're looking at a phase 1 at the lower part of Pass-A-Grille Point, but a phase 2 up above from Paradise Grill all the way up. Boaters are urged extreme caution because of the pipe being pulled across the channel. That pipe is a black high-density polyethylene plastic pipe, and it's not the only one you're going to see because there are actually going to be 2 separate times of sand movement. One for this first phase, which has the approval, one for the second phase, which we're still waiting. The first one, which we have approval for, here's your rock jetty, okay, right here. This is the dog beach over on this side. This is the bottom of the point, going around Islands and Resort and the condos. Okay, the dredge pipe for this sand coming from the dense channel area is stretched out here, going across here, and going to go this way. So that dredge pipe for there is phase 1 of this project, and that's going to renourish this spot right here, which is kind of emergency repair kind of needed after all the damage from Idalia and from the winter storms we had this year. They plugged a bunch of money, Pinellas County did, into trying to fix Pass-A-Grille, Sunset Beach, and then just week after week after week, bam, we're getting hit again and again and again with these brutal storms this fall and winter that sort of stripped out all of the repair work that they did. This phase 1 stuff, this is a go. This sand should start moving any minute. Phase 2 is from here up to here, this stretch of beach, and that sand is to come from Pass-A-Grille Channel right here. You can see I'm mousing over it. So that's phase 2. That's still holding on approvals, I believe, from the Army Corps of Engineers. When John and I arrived on Monday, the first thing we did was travel down the Gulf side of Pass-A-Grille to take a look at the parking situation over by the rocks. They're blocked. As a matter of fact, on the Pinellas website, it says some 40 parking spaces are indeed blocked off or going to be blocked off for this project, although the businesses and Paradise Grill do remain open. Now, let's go take a look at some of the preparation for all of this operation. Actually, since we couldn't park down by the rocks over on the ocean side, we went around to the dog beach side and took a few minutes over there to watch the dredge crew stretching out some of the hose and getting things set up. Good morning from Pass-A-Grille on the dog beach side. It's Monday, June the 3rd, 2024. And the dredge project is about to get underway. Finally, been kicking the can down the road here for a few weeks, waiting for this to get started. Now, they have the rocks completely blocked off. I'm surprised that they did that, but I'm also wasn't sure where they were dragging the hose, and now we kind of know. Here's part of the dredge hose here, some of the crew for it. You see it here floating across the surface. Another barge over there. Now, where the sand is supposed to be coming from is this way over here. See the opening in the water straight out where I'm pointing? To the left of that hotel complex, whatever that is over there. That's where the sand has been building up unwanted and choking off that channel for Tierra Verde and what's back behind it. So here we are with the start of the work about to get going. John's taking a quick look, see if there's any shells down there. Water level's kind of high. You can see some rock line stuff right here. Now, my intention was to park by the rocks or by Paradise Grill because we would love to see this thing in operation. It's pretty exciting to watch them pump sand if you've never seen it before. It's impressive. But it does not look like they're quite ready to go yet because that end of the pipe is not yet attached. So, check this out for a few minutes. Gator Dredging is who we have here. It's going to be doing the work. And when they did this at Lido, the hose came on the beach, but then went through the water and was in the water the whole time. So I'm guessing that's what they're going to be doing here as well. If that's the case, it looks like they're going to be a couple of hours before they're ready to start pumping sand anyplace. John's investigating the beach shell-wise, since we can't really get over to the rocks, to see if it's worth it to shell over here on this side. Looks like the pipe's on its way to the shoreline. Not sure if they're doing that or if the tide's doing it, the wind's doing it. Well, how's the shelling look, babe? Is that about it? Okay. Yeah, they just picked them up from over here. So they attach a section, drag, attach a section, drag. So it's like they dropped the pipe like a rudder almost. That's kind of wild. Yeah, and they're gunning them too. Changed it before I could get a picture. Alright, I'm gonna put this back in here. I just paid for 2 hours. Since there's no assigned parking spot numbers, when we're ready to move the van, we're still paid for a little while. Yeah, I paid for like till 10:45 or something like that. Okay then. Do you want to take the sidewalk further down or walk the beach down? Oh, hey, stairs. Yeah, let's do that. I have a feeling the next hour or two is a little tricky, because they not only have to fight with this pipe, but we got fishermen coming in and out of here too. I'll say like you, a lot of prickly cockles. There's a yellow, that's kind of pretty. Lots of seaweed, my word. What is up with that? Can't be the dredgers that haven't started. Got some scallops down here that aren't bad. Let's see. And a bay. Whew. I see a buttercup lucina on all that stuff though. Don't want to be necessarily walking in it. I'll pull stuff off the top of it. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot more shells in there buried too. Oh, he's cracked. So up here at this end of the dug, we don't really find a lot very often, unless it's been a big storm or a ton of easterly wind, which So we have a fairly stiff easterly breeze today. There's another yellow. And look at this. It's the right shape as a yellow, but it's all faded out. And is not the right shape for a prickly cockle. It's actually kind of really neat. Wow, a lot of detail on it too. Maybe it's alpinistic. Either way, that's cool. And look, this guy's a weirdo too. He's got a big repair line. Oh, I love that. I love weirdo shells. A lot of scallops, a lot of pricklies. Not seeing too many other things right now. Oh, there's an old spiny jewel box. He's kind of beat up. Slipper snails and arcs. That's a pretty scallop. That's a nice one. Oh my goodness, look at that in the sand. That color. Wowzer. Beautiful buttercup. Look at those colors. My goodness. That's beauty. Wow. There's a cute tiny little prickly cockle that's very pale as well. Cool. Some big arc shells mixed all in with this stuff. And what do we got here? Surf clam. I'm kind of fascinated with this, I'm not gonna lie. Meantime, off the water, here's what's going on with the piles. And John's right, there is just a ton of prickly cockles here, way more than usual. Things piled up in a couple of different rack line levels. Tides fluctuate a little more as we approach the new moon, and then again as we approach the full. Seaweed coming in though, golly. They haven't even started working yet, so I'm not really sure what that could be from. Just hasn't been any storms to speak of, really. Barely had rain. Oh. Hello, fragile mactra. That nice, weird, rough edge down the side, that lightweight, thin shell. Beautiful. Here we got a nice sailor's ear. Beautiful. And there's little broken bits of all kinds of stuff over here. Oh, fun. Hey. Here's a spotted slipper snail. Most slipper snails I don't really care for, but something about this one. I don't know why, I just like it. I think they're neat. Probably have a few things in the water. There are a few things up here in this higher rack. Sand mixed in with a lot of it. It's up to see. John's motioning me to come down there, so. Ooh, the water feels lovely. Now, if I had to take a guess, these floaty buoy things have to do with where they're putting the pipe, because there are those floaty buoy things along the pipe over that way too, and there's one kind of right behind the boat over here now. I was expecting this to be higher and to have a hard time getting around here, honestly. I'm a little surprised. Alright, while I was checking out the barge and videoing that, John was picking up some operculums and some yellow cockles and a nice Pristis egg cockle. Very cool. And we're over here on the other side of this little here behind Island's End. So as of right now, yes, you can, as of this minute on Monday morning, you can get onto the dog beach and start coming around. So let's go see if we can get around the rocks and get a look at what's what over that way too. Hey, there's a nice egg cockle for me too. Common egg cockle with that pinky red down the side. It's just little colors on the edge. Nice. Boy, a lot of sand has moved down here. I remember just last summer being in these rocks and stepping around them.
Yep.
And look at all this now. Yep, there's a lot of shells down here and an awful lot of sand moved down here too. Starting to see some olives now. There's a Juby fighting conch. And an olive. Alright, where I'm standing, water's at my knees. And I think I saw a ogre tulip. What's that? Oh, it's a live tulip. Good morning. Hi. So as of right then, the dog beach and a little bit of the backside was actually still able to be shelled, still able to be gotten around, so you could still kind of check around over there. We'll have to see what happens when the pumping begins. Now, also, I called Pinellas County to find out if there was any information about what the holdup had actually been, and I spoke to a very nice man named Mr. Bishop, and I was able to find out a few different things. Number one, they said they were waiting for Memorial Day, but seems like waiting from April 29th till Memorial Day with all that beautiful, perfect weather that we had with barely a storm. Okay. If that's what you wanted to do, okay. I know that Pass-A-Grille has a block party usually in the spring season, sometime during the month of May as well, before Memorial Day. That may have been a little bit of a factor too. Also, that they were going to be pumping this week. Now, the website says the job started on Monday, but that didn't mean that they were ready to pump sand on Monday. It looked like they still had a lot of pipe to stretch out and install. The pipe that we saw was coming up at the bottom of Pass-A-Grille and kind of just laid up from the water onto the sand right there before the curve of the point, right where that little low area is that everybody goes and shells at. So that area, once that sand starts flowing, with that pipe being under pressure, I would not expect anybody is going to want to be down there or that they're going to want to let you down there. So please bear in mind, if you do go, even if you can get at it, you probably want to just steer clear of that big pipe because it is under quite a bit of pressure. Now, I did talk to Mr. Bishop a little bit about Phase 2. They are still waiting on, I believe, the Army Corps of Engineers to give final okays for the Phase 2 part of this project, which is going to deposit sand north of where they're working right now, but that is not penciled in right now as a go. Also, the particular project we're talking about, clearing dense channel and getting that sand moved, that's not the only dredging that's going to be happening. There's also going to be dredging that happens in the Pass-A-Grille channel as well. So that's a separate phase of everything. I don't think all of the permits and permissions are all in place 100% for all of these things just yet. Only this Phase 1 of this particular clearing area. Now, he also told me that they expected this project to go on for about 4 months. My initial thought when I had first read what was going on is they were going to start at April, the tail end of April, work through May, June, July, and hopefully be done the tail end of August. But then they pushed everything back a month. We will have to see how things play out this summer. I know there's a lot of talk right now about this is going to be one of our worst hurricane seasons ever. However, the insurance industry just told the state regulators that they weren't going to be raising rates, so I'm not really sure about that one. It doesn't that doesn't pencil out, kind of. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens weather-wise, storm-wise, And we will wish folks over in Pass-A-Grille and Tierra Verde all the best of luck getting this project completed. I know it's going to make everybody's lives a little bit easier once it's done. Now, as of Monday when we were there, we were able to get onto the dog beach, go around the bottom of the point behind Islands End Resort and behind the condos. But then once you get around those rocks at the bottom of where the condos are, that's the place where the pipe starts coming onto the shore. So I would imagine at some point in the next couple of days, if they have not done it already, they're probably going to restrict access going around the bottom of the dog beach across over that direction. So you might be able to get behind Islands End going forward from here and work kind of part of the way around. But looks like the honey hole is going to be jammed up a little bit down there by the rocks. There's still plenty of places to shell at Pass-A-Grille. Just because we can't get to the rocks does not mean that you can't find shells there. That just happens to be the one place where we find the most shells. But there's shells at the dog beach, there's shells in the back of Islands End Resort, there's shells over by Paradise Grill and heading up toward the Don Caesar. So you should have some success going up there. It may not be what has been expected. It may not be like some of what my past videos have been, and that may take a couple of months to get that straightened out. All right, we've made our way around the backside of the condos and Islands End Resort. There's the buoys. There's where the sand's supposed to be coming from, and here is part of the dredge line that's already been sunk and attached over on the pumping side of the beach. You see this nice big dark line right here crossing up onto the sand. That's our dredge hose. They're going to have that pulled up on the other side of the rock jetty to pump sand from there. But as we've seen, they are still getting the piping into place and they are not ready to pump yet. Shell-wise, movement is being altered slightly. With this pipe right here, stuff getting sucked around the end is not happening as readily. Interesting. Yep, there's the pipe. And there could be sand and shells on the other side of it. Yep, no water in it yet. Wow. Now we're behind the parking lot. On the other side of the mangrove sea grape right here is where the parking along here for Pass-A-Grille goes. And then this is the parking for this set of condos and all of this over here. A lot of sand seems to be pushed up into here. A lot. The rocks are pretty much buried by sand at this point. And shelling wise, things are goofy. Well, shall we step over?
Yeah.
See if the shells are on this side, because they sure aren't on the other one. And wow, what a drop down, huh? I mean, just like that, from nothing to my knees. So we've developed a bit of a shelf over here. Now, we didn't get here at the crack of dawn. We may have missed out on some shells, but no, I don't think that's the case. I think that everything's changed around. Oh, please be in here. Oh, you little beauty. Heck yeah. And a keeper, nice. Oh, baby horse conch. Sweet. Now, once we get to where the fence is, we're into the no trespassing zone. And with the water level being different here, the normal flow's been disrupted, so it's actually a little bit deeper over here than it normally would be. Shells are pushing up against that pipe, but it seems to be developing like a little carve line. And the boatload of shells we usually see here, I do not see today. I mean, I haven't even seen a tulip in one piece yet. The water's pretty deep, so we can't really work the flats. What's against this pipe? Let's take a look. A lot of smashed up stuff. A lot of smashed up stuff. I don't see John picking up very much. I do see an operculum. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Looks like that goes to a horse conch, maybe. Nice. Alright, John's trying to get some junk out of his shoes, and I'm just below where this is fenced off. Let me take a look at what other stuff is up here. Basically, there's sand mixed in with everything, so it's harder to see the shells. There's a little mossy arc. Very nice. A lot of the Atlantic giant cockles here. And a lot of slippers and a lot of pricklies. Another buttercup lucine. Very pretty. Piece of ribbon. Not pretty. Okay, so what's in the high line is covered with sand and thrown against the seawall. This midline has a lot of commons and a lot of busted things. And in the water, John's walking the rocks. I think he's nuts. I think we turn around and go back to the bottom, but hey, look! A baby's ear. Ooh. Never would I have expected to find that sitting right up next to a dredge line pipe. Wow. That's cool. That's a really good sized bay scallop. Got a little crud on it, but that'll come right off between bleaching and Dremel. Heck yeah. No worries. So yeah, this pipe being here seems to have changed around where things are landing and going. But little things are still making it past. Like this cute little baby horse conch. Ah, he's got a little oyster on him, but yep, that'll pop right off of there. No problems. Oh, how adorable. He's so sweet. Big piece of a true tulip. I wish the rest of it was there. So, yeah, the shells have moved around. Their movement has been changed by where the pipe is. Is that a simile? Yep, an old one. Atlantic simile right there. A little faded out and pitted up. Ah, somebody has festooned the sea grapes with some Atlantic cockles. So from what I can tell right now, this is absolutely changed the shelling here at the bottom. We have sand where we're not used to seeing it, a drop off where there was not one before, and a big absence of shells that we normally see here that Pass-A-Grille is normally known for. Fighting conchs, whelks, and tulips usually all over here. Now from what I can tell, as the water approaches this thing, the stuff gets stuck on one side, the littles and the sand get blown up underneath it when the waves come through. And that's resulting in like a little rivulet right here, a pile there, and a drop off past it. So it may take a little while for shelling to go back to what we're used to here at Pass-A-Grille. Of course, that gives us opportunities to check out some other places along the way, see what we can find. Now, I've already found 2 horse conchs in this stuff, so I'm going to keep my eyes open as we make our way back here. I'm going to head back around the dog beach, get back to the van, and then get over to the Paradise Grill side so we can see the other end of the dredging operation. So for now, rock jetty, gonna be a question mark. Not looking awesome today, for sure. Gotcha. Beautiful calico clam there. I'm just amazed. We haven't even seen barely a tulip at all. And this place is always loaded with them. So that's bizarre. Oh. Hello, Sunray Venus. You're a nice big one. Oh, they weren't unfollowed. Did they rush back to me? Oh, hey. Alright, got a Sunray Venus clam and a nice lettered olive. What's that? Ah, leg cockle. Cool. Hey, there's a little purple Tageless. Yeah, it is way different down here now. So looks like our honey hole might be messed up for a couple of months while they get all this stuff sorted out. My. They're anticipating being done phase 1 in July, August time frame, and they want to start phase 2, but I don't know that they have all of everything they need in place for the go-ahead on that, and that's always a dicey time of year to be doing stuff, so we'll see. Where have all the tulips gone? Maybe everything's on the Gulf side, John, like above Paradise. Maybe everything's on the Gulf side above Paradise Grill. Clearly things have moved around. And it doesn't look like a bunch of people came here shelling today at all, so. Alright, those guys with the small boat have made their way over to where things are going to get set up at, I do believe. I just startled a heron. I was standing under this dock here a second ago. Looks like I surprised him and scared him. I'm sorry, pal. Might be a juvenile. Doesn't look like he's very old. What do we got here? Ooh, pretty. That's nice. Gorgeous calico scallop. Could it be? Is it a tulip? Finally? It is! A tulip, finally! Check out these guys we got coming overhead. Hello, pelicans. Alright, so a nice little banded tulip. So there is at least one tulip. Okay. Oh, I see another one. Is this where they got dragged to? Ho 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 ho! Ding 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 ding! 2 tulips. Within just a foot or so of each other. Nice. Excellent. There's a little simile right there. Little Atlantic simile. Piece of an apple murex. And a sailor's ear. Well, that's a nice simile. Look at how nice the colors are. Right on. Nice. What shape is it in? Is it in good shape? Oh, that'll be awesome. Nice. Nice apple murex. Wow. Great find, babe. Ooh, does it have something in it?
No. It's got a shell in it.
Oh. Yep. A little chunk of oyster and dirt. There we go. Pretty. Oh, that is a little baby. Oh, look at a cutie pie. Just a little itty bitty baby lightning bolt. Cool. pretty little calico clam. Nice. Alright, we're back around the dog beach side. Big boat part of this operation is still where it was when we arrived this morning. The pipe's still out there in the channel. And the small boat guys are over there right now. So we're going to go over to the Gulf side and check out what's going on there shell-wise and project-wise, because not a lot here, gotta be honest. Now, way off up there in the distance between these two trees and past all these umbrellas, you can see one of the pieces of equipment the dredging company is going to need working over there. But nothing has officially started yet. So, for now, things are still quiet over there. They do have that construction fencing going across like what we saw on the other side, so they don't want people getting next to the equipment. I understand that. People are walking on the beach past it, but once they start pumping, that will not be okay, I'm fairly sure. So that's the latest information I have on what's going on with this whole project. And it looks like with our favorite spot shelling there, it is going to be a little tough for a little while. The pipe where it's placed right now is definitely making a difference on shells being around up near the upper rack lines, some of the sand movement. And, you know, as a sheller, you're like, oh, I lost my favorite spot. I don't want to see it get mixed up. But at the same time, we have to be kind of okay with it because A, it's a temporary situation, and B, the Gulf side of the beach really got damaged pretty badly, not just during Idalia, but those battering winter storms that we had there for a few months. It was pretty tough. So, sorry to say, the honey hole looks like it may be a little messed up for a little while, but let's give it a few months and Pass-A-Grille should be back and true to form. And remember, again, plenty of places to find shells at Pass-A-Grille, not just the rocks. As I get more information and updates, of course, I will come back and bring you some more information about this particular location, especially because it is so near and dear to so many people's hearts for shelling. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. Thanks so much for coming along on this interesting little beach report and update. And it's a thumbs up and a win for both Pass-A-Grille and the folks over Tierra Verde so that they can get that channel back open so the water doesn't get cut off, wildlife and boat movement can continue. And then we'll be looking at some more dredging going on right around the Pass-A-Grille channel as well. All gonna be good news in the long run. Maybe a little goofy in the short term for shelling here, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Have a great week. Stay tuned to the channel for more updates on this and other local beaches. And remember, get out there and go shelling!